will come out with her opening attempt at 69 kilos. For those interested, Saruamon, the athlete we think is going to win this, just took 60 kilos in the back room for a casual double. Still got quite a few attempts before she probably comes out.
Very strong pull, yeah.
Yeah.
You can see how patient she is. Gets that bar right to her hip, delivers all the power she needs at the top of the pull, makes everything else so much easier afterward.
Yeah.
No stepping forward, no running forward, no. Just perfect.
And she looks thrilled, and she told us, you know, we asked how training's been going. She actually said it was phenomenal. She's been very happy. She feels better than ever. And then she goes and comes out and she hits that for an opener. You know, what a series of events getting her to this competition.
Yeah, look at that beautiful pull.
Yeah, 72 she snatched in training this year. So that's actually a pretty heavy opener.
Yeah.
You know, 3 kilos below her best for 2023. No injuries, she said. Great recovery. So, you know, she's in great shape this competition. Here's Ji Hong now, second attempt, 69 kilos.
She made a very strong 66 on her opener.
Yeah. Took 67 in the back room. She is up another few kilos. This is a 2 kilo international best for her. It's great.
Yeah, very strong pull again.
You know, her technique reminds me of somebody else. It's a slightly slower pull, but she actually meets the bar quite high and rides it down the last couple of inches.
Yeah.
It's Yang Zhe, the Chinese 105, 109, who actually holds the world record still at 109, 200 kilos.
I can see that, yeah.
It's like a
very strong, very big pull, but
yeah.
not necessarily the fastest under the bar.
No.
She catches it high, and then sort of rides it down slowly. The downside of that technique, obviously, is that you've got to be really strong. You have to pull the bar really high. But it seems to be serving her fine.
So the two Spanish athletes battling it out a little bit. Here's Fuentefría, second attempt at 69. This will equal her teammate's opening attempt. We saw Marta Garcia hit this just a few minutes ago. Wow.
Yep, another forward one. You know, we saw that on her opener. She did hop forward, but looked to secure the weight just fine overhead. This time, just a little bit too far.
So, the athlete from Madagascar, Rosina, who's coming out soon, she's got 70 kilos for opener, made 65 kilos look effortless in the back room. Kansu Bektas, who's also asked for 70 kilos, just made 65 in the back room also. So we've got 3 athletes still yet to come out, and they're all looking strong. It's Madagascar, Thailand, and Turkey.
Yeah, I had a feeling that...
as we expected, really.
Yeah, she would move up. No one wants to be left behind here. And, you know, 70 could possibly be a medal if it doesn't work out for someone else. So it's a smart move to take that 70.
Yeah. There's Kansu Bektas on the screen. Now she has a best snatch of 72 kilos. The reigning European champion. In fact, in 2021, she was the junior world champion.
This is a big opener for her.
Yeah. You know, she's only 20 years old, but maybe 19, but this is her 10th international. Wow.
Yeah. Very fast.
It's classic Turkish technique, isn't it?
Yeah.
Extremely quick, little hop forward, aggressive under the bar.
Yeah, and just a ton of speed moving under the bar. You almost polar opposites to Hong that we saw earlier.
Right. Yeah. And we'll probably be heading out to Turkey, Max, in February, I believe, for the European Championships.
That'll be an exciting competition, I think.
From everything we've heard, that one's going to be very special. I think they're going to be putting a good amount of money, a decent amount of money into making that as exciting as the previous European Championships in in Armenia were. Okay, here she comes. We've been told that Rosina's looking very strong in the back room. Here's her opening attempt now at 70.
Wow, that was fast.
That was fast.
That may be one of the fastest lifters I think we've seen.
Yeah, let's take a look at the replay of this because she moved quick. Her coach there, I just saw him training. Snatched, I believe it was him. I think he snatched 130 kilos today. He was training a few hours ago, side by side with the Armenian team. Actually, here we go.
Wow, yeah, that's an incredible speed under the bar. You know, a lot of people watch and they take note of some of these lifters and how fast they are. And she is definitely one to be on that list.
All right, 71 kilos for Marta Garcia.
Very solid.
A little heavy on the stand.
Yeah, she caught that perfectly, though. Very bottom. Although it didn't look like there was a lot more in there. She got under it perfectly. Super, super deep in that overhead squat. Took a little bit more effort to get up, though.
It's not uncommon that we see 45-kilo athletes going up by just a kilo.
Yeah.
I mean, a kilo of this sort of weight is, you know, it's a couple percent, you know.
It could be a medal even, right?
It could be. I mean, she did tell us that she made 72 in training this year, so you'd have thought she'll go for 73, get that personal best. But at this point, you know, like you said, Max, we are sort of in the territory of playing for medals.
Yeah.
So she might play a bit wiser than just going for a personal best.
Yeah. Now, Hong has made 69.
Yeah.
She's a very strong clean and jerker. She's only taking the 2-kilo increase here. Presumably to try to build that total as best she can, set herself up in the clean and jerk.
Now, on her previous attempt, she does catch quite high and ride it down. Let's see if she's able to pull this high enough to do the same.
She had the height, but not the speed, I think.
Yeah. It's like she needs a little bit of space to ride that weight down, to put the brakes on, and she didn't have enough there, and her back sort of crumpled, you know, started flexing over in the lower back as she got under it.
Yeah, you know, we oftentimes see a huge variety of athletes, different techniques, different styles. You know, athletes kind of have to sort out what works best for them, and coaches are there obviously to sort of guide that process. But
I mean, how different is her lifting to Kansu Bektas?
Oh,
you know, Bektas just, when she gets under the bar, nothing moves.
Yeah.
There's no riding it down, but at the same time, she doesn't have the advantage of pulling it as high.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's trade-offs. Okay, here she comes. This is, well, we assume she's going to be the champion here. She's got such a strong clean and jerk. She's the 2023 Asian champ. Her best snatch is 78 kilos. She just hit this in the back room. Wow.
Yeah, beautiful lift. That's a great example. We just talked about all the different styles.
Yeah.
She's got a good balance of everything there. Very solid pull, great positioning, but incredible speed and stability there in the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah,
Really
very strong athlete, very big legs, which play to her advantage later in the clean and jerk.
Yeah, and experienced as well. You know, she's been here before. This is not unfamiliar territory for her.
I will say, you know, I don't want to put something out there that, you know, then does or doesn't happen, but if anything, I do worry that she might lose behind.
Yeah,
you know, she rocked back on her heels there, which doesn't happen so often in the snatch. If it does, it tends to be you either got to start standing quick and take a step back, or it goes that way. Okay, Kansu Bektas going to do everything she can to fight today to stay with the Thai athlete. Is 72. This equals her best.
Yeah.
Wow.
Great speed, and she stayed in the bottom there perfectly. Didn't try to rush to get up. you see a lot of athletes try to stand right away and they end up losing it on the way up.
Yeah.
That's just experience there. She knows exactly what to do. Now, even though she made 72 there, she's only tied now in the snatch, so she would be behind Cyril Lamon. But we'll see what happens here because, interestingly enough, Rosina from Madagascar has called for 75. That's a big second attempt.
I mean, this is some risky moves here as well.
Yeah.
Fuentefría from Spain, she made 67, she missed 69. She's gone up another 3 kilos. Yeah, if she misses this, she's 5 kilos down.
Yeah, she's really got to be patient here and make sure that bar gets exactly where it belongs in the hip. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weight that she's been able to make in training, she said. Well, it's actually the most she's made in training this year, 72. Small shoulder injury, she mentioned, so perhaps that hesitancy to get under the bar there is a reflection of, nervousness about some pain in the shoulder. But who knows? We can see athletes already warming up in the clean and jerk there. I think Dumitrescu was on the barbell.
So we've got 2 more athletes here at 73. And then
the Mongolians pulled out.
Oh,
Back
okay.
Nassan after missing her 3 snatches.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen here? We'll see Garcia go for the 73, and then
this is a critical lift.
This could be a medal.
Yeah, exactly.
It
because
really could be.
Whoever makes this first is most likely, going to be in a great spot there medal-wise.
Yeah. Okay, 73. This is a kilo more than she's made in training. Wow.
So close.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could see he slowed down a little bit under the bar, didn't quite have the position for it.
She is still in medal position. She's in 3rd right now. 2 athletes, of course, have snatched 72, but I don't think that's gonna last.
Yeah.
You have to imagine that athlete from Madagascar, Rosina, is going to make another attempt. She's only had her opener at 17. She's asking for 75.
Yeah, Bektash
maybe a smart game here with 73, looking to just move into the lead by a kilo.
This would be the smartest move.
Yeah.
Wow, she's going up.
Did they say 75?
Yeah, she's gone to 75 as well.
I mean, that's a 3 kilo personal best. Yeah, she does have a strong clean and jerk. Maybe she doesn't need to be too worried about the Madagascar Rosina in the clean and jerk, but I don't know, maybe she does. I mean, Rosina can clean it. Well, she's got 85 for her opening attempt, which is her best. Kansu has made 90 in the past.
Yeah, this lift will be very telling as to the way this competition is going to go. That opener was incredibly strong, but this is 5 kilos more now. She's been sitting for a bit as well.
And the speed under the bar on that opening attempt is remarkable. Oh, wow.
Huge pull, a ton of power, but it's definitely not controlled as well as we've seen other lifters. So
it might be a bit rugged, but
it's
my
there.
word, is it strong.
Yeah, she's got credit for it. So she's in the lead now in the snatch with 75.
Yeah, that's a 3 kilo personal best. She's a multiple-time African champ. You know, she's won the Continentals several times. She's very dominant. And now on a world stage, becoming more dominant as well. Yeah.
You know, with her style of lifting, she uses her hips a lot. She relies on that power to get that speed. But the downside there is that can send the bar horizontally a lot more.
I mean, we're getting into some big numbers here.
Yeah.
You know, for a 45 kilo athlete to be snatching 75 is, you know, it's unbelievable. It's well over 1.5 times body weight at this point. Yeah, these are some serious weights. The world standard, of course, is 85 kilos, which is almost ludicrously high. Nobody's been able to hit that yet, so there's officially no world records here. 108 as well in the clean and jerk, which just seems like they maybe set these records a little bit too high for a non-Olympic category. Okay, this is it. This is a 3 kilo personal best for the European champion, the junior world champion from a few years ago. 75 kilos. Oh, that's
wow.
big for
what an incredible
Kansu.
lift.
Yeah, unbelievable. She's so happy with that. She runs off, jumps into the arms of her awaiting coach.
That was fantastic.
Amazing.
You know, at the start of this competition, I would not have said that she needed 75 in the snatch to be in the medals.
Right.
But, you know, that's incredible. She's secured herself a medal
She's
in the
definitely
snatch for
medaling,
sure.
yeah. We have our 3 medalists now. It's Kansu Bektas. It's obviously going to be Saruamon, and then from Madagascar, Rosina. But this now to move into the lead. I mean, her best snatch is 78, so we know that she can do this. Her opening attempt looked great, but I mean, 4 kilo jumps for a 45 kilo lifter. It's kind of incredible. It's insane.
Yeah, we're seeing some pretty gutsy attempts here.
Wow.
Very solid.
That might have been a bit nicer than the opening attempt in some ways.
Yeah, just so energetic,
Yeah.
you know, she just perfect positions, bounces right out of the hole, no problem.
It's not quite like with Kansu Bektas, where when she catches it, there's no movement.
Yeah.
You know, with Saruamon, there's a little movement, but it's just like a stretch and then she settles.
Yeah.
And then she comes up with it. She doesn't have to fight too much.
So now we're talking gold in the snatch here.
Yeah,
Who's going
yeah.
to be the first to come out? Both lifters 77. Nope,
Okay. Here we go. So,
it's going to be Rosina.
yeah.
So watch for this pull. If she launches it too hard off her hips, it could end up behind her.
Yeah, but she sends her shoulders so far back.
Lots of power. An incredibly fast lifter here.
Oh, what did she just do
That
with
was
her?
incredible. I don't think I've seen a snatch like that. She was extremely fast and buried
Unreal.
it. She went so deep to catch that lift. That is wild. What an attempt.
Unbelievable.
I did not expect that. You know, her opener looked almost like a power snatch.
Yeah, yeah.
Then each one got progressively lower, but that was, I mean, she gave everything she had here. Watch how she basically just collapsed her hips and knees to get under this bar. Look at that position.
I mean, I think her left knee almost touched the
Yeah,
ground.
that's amazing.
Yeah, I was going to say that the one thing that she doesn't seem to have is the depth of the other athletes.
Yeah.
But then she went and did that, and, you know, she just, yeah, I mean,
That's
she was
incredible.
basically sat on the ground. So that was for the lead. This lift now by Saruamon. She's made it before, so that's going to give us some confidence here coming into this. This for the lead by a kilo over Rosina. She looks strong. She certainly looks capable of this. That's the one.
She's got it.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, wow.
that is just such a special lift. So accomplished. And
Yeah.
the fact that she does it with so little drama almost, it almost makes it look less impressive, but it's, you know, it's the most amazing thing we've seen today.
Yeah, you know, she's an experienced athlete, a very experienced competitor. We should have expected, you know, her to come out, and she
absolutely.
did. She's, you know, 3 for 3. Actually, first and second both went 3 for 3.
Yeah.
And third as well. Everybody on the podiums made all 3 snatches.
Right. Yeah, the winner there then, Saruamon from Thailand, 78 kilos. Kilo behind, 77, the silver medalist. We have Rosina from... Made contact very low there, actually.
Yeah.
You know, just makes the turnover a little bit slower, a little bit more labored.
So 75 now.
Yeah, for Somali. 78 is her best that we know of. No, they've made an error. Yeah.
She did.
Mongolia's withdrawn.
She withdrew, but she's on the platform here. Unless the withdrawal
There's
is
definitely something's gone wrong.
Might just be for total.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But
not a great start there.
No.
Again, looks just like the snatches. You know, pulls the bar in, but then makes contact and drives it out in front, lands on her toes.
I'm a little bit apprehensive as well about Shamali, who's put 83 kilos. Oh, she's just bumped it up. No, she's got 83 kilos written in. She's attempted 80 kilos twice now in the back room and missed the jerk twice. I think this is pretty standard in weightlifting across all levels, is athletes expect to be able. Much better.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, strong jerk too.
Yeah, great lockout.
It's surprising that first one was so forward.
Just night and day.
76 kilos is the automatic increase. What about Masan's?
So 76 will go on for her. Obviously, she's going to move up from there. Most likely, we see 78 here.
Yeah, from
As an
Dumitrescu.
opener.
Now, Dumitrescu didn't look great in the snatch. 84 is the best clean and jerk, so we're down by 6 kilos. She actually hit 87 kilos in competition, but as a 49 kilo lifter, she's cut down. I mean, she is one of those athletes where Dumitrescu, I'm talking about here, where she's quite tall. It doesn't look easy to make weight in this category.
Yeah.
And I have to wonder, is it because there are two very strong remaining 49s competing right now, and there's just why have a third? The three of them can't all compete. It's, you know, you can only have two per category per country, and they just look at who is most likely to be able to make weight at 45, and it's her.
Yeah, exactly. You know, she wouldn't maybe even be able to come here if she had stayed as a 49.
No. She did mention having had very painful knees, sore lower back. She's up with it. Very snappy jerk, but yeah, her right elbow, sorry, really wobbled there.
Yeah, she looks a bit tired here too.
She looks exhausted.
Yeah.
It's not great body language. It just doesn't look like she wants to be doing this much longer.
Yeah, it's a rough journey to come down from 49, which was probably already hard to get down here.
She catches it. She's forward on her foot. She's really in the legs. Low elbows. Frentefria coming out a little bit earlier than we would expect. She snatched 67 kilos. She went for 72, but wasn't able to make it.
Very strong pull.
Yeah, it's a kilo personal best.
Yeah, right into the jerk.
Great lift.
You know, almost reminiscent of some of the Turkish lifters, just a lot of speed, energy, big jump forward.
Yeah. And you know, that jump forward, we noticed it in the snatches, and it worked on her opening attempt, but then she started missing after that.
Yeah,
it's actually, if you're going to jump forward, it's easier to save a forward snatch than it is a forward clean. So we'll see how she handles that hop forward on her second, third attempt.
Exactly. Trescu here.
So she made the clean. Very low elbows in the catch. That might be more how she lifts though than anything else. Yeah, same thing. Looks much better from this angle.
Overall, better lift,
Yeah.
you know, basically everywhere there. But she is tired. She's stumbling here.
Yeah, she's not celebrating the made lift. You know, with body language like that and a total on the board, an inability to get any type of medal, you know, she might struggle to come out and give everything she needs for a third attempt, really get into it.
Yeah, she may have been
You know,
blacking
giving her
out there.
ammonia just to get off.
Yeah, I think she was stumbling there, doing the little dance after you start to lose consciousness.
Yeah.
Rescue back to the platform. Third attempt. The automatic increase.
Yeah. She's going to go up to presumably 80, because that should call out a couple of other lifters and give her a rest. There's the Romanian coach making a change.
I think you see your teammate there, Gertrude, in the back.
And a change.
Yeah. She's competing in the 55s in a few days' time.
Yeah.
European champion. Was going to go up to 59, the Olympic category, and have a go. And then by the time the official starters came out, she'd come back down to 55. And it's actually possible that she could certainly get a medal. I mean, she could even win the 55 kilo category. Okay, Frantafria, 2 kilo jump to 80. She went 1 for 3 in the snatch. Let's see how she does here.
Oh, better clean.
Yeah.
She didn't hop forward that much there. And a strong jerk.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah. Better overall attempt technically than her first.
Good lift for the Ria.
So I think there's been a little bit of mistiming in the back room from Srimali from Sri Lanka. She was up at 80 kilos, you know, I think it was 10 minutes ago. She went for it twice. 11 minutes ago it was. She missed it twice. She dropped back down to 55 kilos, and she's now hit that twice, waiting and waiting before her opening attempt. But she's put in 83. I mean, she's got at least 2 more lifts probably to wait before she comes out.
Yeah, that warm-up sounds like it was definitely early, a bit rushed.
Probably 3 attempts, actually. I imagine that Frantafria is going to take a third attempt at 82, so 3 lifters ahead of her still. Now, can Dumitrescu find it in her to fight for this? Her body language hasn't looked great after her last few lifts.
Better clean than the last 2.
Wow, such a long split.
Yeah, that may be the best of the 3
Yeah.
attempts, really. Very impressive. She was able to come back.
Yeah.
Good.
And
Doesn't look
she
happy
did.
about it, but she's got a total 100 and, did she make that? Yeah, 142 kilos. 10 kilos under her best.
Yeah, she's not happy
No,
there.
she's not
Very
happy
upset.
about it. Yeah. Yeah, she looked like that as she walked off after the snatches, and then we see the same thing there. 3 for 6, 62, 80, 142 kilo total. And our second athlete to have finished their 6 lifts is Marta Garcia. Opening attempt now, 81. Garcia's best competition clean and jerk is 85 kilos. She placed 3rd at the European Championships this year.
Yeah, very good clean.
Wow.
Yeah, powerful jerk.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You know, she almost gets her back leg too far back, and all of that weight is on her front foot.
Yeah.
Makes for a difficult recovery.
Yeah, not as much step out in front as we saw with Dumitrescu.
Yeah, doesn't quite have that balance between both feet when she's actually in the split. It's strong, but if the position isn't there, it's really hard to use that strength.
Yeah, just extra work to fight to hold it overhead. But I mean, the clean was easy. The jerk is very strong. She's got more in the tank, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, 3rd attempt now for Batnasan. She missed all 3 snatches at 67. Missed her opening clean and jerk at 75. Then came out and made it, and it looked very good. But a 6 kilo jump.
really big.
She must have hit something in the back room. She's under it. Wow.
Yeah, you could see her chest collapse there
Yeah.
at the bottom of the dip. Just did not have the power. You know, on that clean, you can see her hips come up really quickly, and when she makes contact, the bar just drifts out in front of her quite a bit. She's making the clean, but didn't have it for the jerk, obviously. So 83 will be the next attempt. 2 lifters opening there. Ramirez, Divisakara, both. But before that, the last year at 82, 3rd attempt, Fuentefría.
Now, she actually cleaned her second attempt a little bit nicer, I think.
Yeah, you know, her technique in the clean actually is a little better than it was in the snatch. Less jumping forward for sure.
She's up with it.
Yeah,
Not quite as much power as her teammate. Wasn't able to get it up
yeah, it wasn't
overhead.
there.
But she thanks the crowd. Claps from the Spanish fans, Spanish media nearby. That's a 147 kilo total for her. No, I don't believe there was a B category for the women's 45s. There might have been, actually. I'm not. I have to take a look, see if there's a total to beat. No, there wasn't. Oh, no, there were two. We had the women's 49D and C before this, and the men's 55B. Maria Ramirez. She had a very strong lockout in her snatches.
Yeah, all around very good technical lifter there for sure.
She's got one of the strongest clean and jerks out of everyone, 91 kilos.
Great clean.
Yeah, very smooth turnover. Keeps the oscillation going. Wow, very fast flip. Really sends that back leg a long way back.
Yeah, that was a great lift for her.
Yeah.
Really good technical clean there. The jerk, very strong. She takes her time. Experience really shows.
First attempt, 83 kilograms.
Yeah, you can see here. Sets it up. Oh, we don't see the back legs, but really good split.
Yeah, she made 88 kilos at the Pan Am Champs back in March. 91 kilos at the World Championships last year. I don't think she's going to get quite there. She's snatching a little bit below her top form as well, so she might push into the higher 80s, but I don't think she's going to touch 90 quite yet. It's worth remembering as well, 90 kilos is a bit of a watershed line, a double body weight for this category. So if we get there, which we may well do with a few of these athletes. I mean, Saruamon's put 95 in for her opening attempt. So we'll certainly see one athlete over double body weight.
Yeah, and she has the lead in the snatch.
Wow, I think
Yeah.
that was an elbow touch.
This, not a great position
No.
to be in. You know, she's got long legs, a little bit shorter torso, and as a result, it makes those those elbow touches a little bit more common. But on top of that, when the bar landed on her, it really crashed down on her chest, and everything kind of caved in, driving her elbows between her knees.
You know what? She's lacking some pop at the top, Max.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just dives under that weight. We said it in the snatch. Her depth is amazing. How her knees handle she really slams into the deepest part of the squat there.
Yeah. Looks like she's going up, maybe.
Yeah, I think she maybe feels like she needs to buy a bit more time, let Master Garcia come out.
That's my guess, yeah.
Doesn't make much of a difference. I mean, she loses the 2-minute clock by doing that. You know, as As the Kazakhs say, when in doubt, go up. I don't think they've ever said that. I just made that up.
It's an interesting strategy. We'll see how that plays out. Bold strategy. Well, no, she's still here, 83.
Yeah, I know. She might be coming out for it.
It
When in
looked-
doubt, stick it out. I think
Yeah.
That's what we're going to go with for this one.
It's common knowledge, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, on this next lift, she's going to have to rack it a bit higher than that. You know, her racking it low and having the bar crash on her. If she doesn't meet the bar high in the receiving position, meaning, you know, her hips up as high as she can get them and then ride it down, that bar falling on her is going to just, you know, pitch her chest down, her elbows down, may hit her knees.
I mean, she did attempt 80 kilos in the back room twice. She'd actually cleaned it both times, but she missed the jerk. So she's gone up. Now she can't make the clean. If she does make the clean, she's been missing jerks at weights lighter than this, so she's going to need a whole lot of effort to make this weight. It's a better pull.
Yep.
She bounces up and out of it.
Tough recovery.
Re-rack. Oh my word, she might be able to hold on to this.
What a fight.
The balance comes back. I mean,
That is incredible. What an effort.
Yeah, she just got comfy in that split for a while. I think she noticed the bar was on its way back, and she just thought, if I just hang out here for a bit, it might come back into the right spot, and it did.
Yeah, what an incredible fight there. You don't know if that's just normal. She walked off almost nonchalant, you know, but or if she's just completely drained. Look at this, great clean, good speed, under got the elbows high, but that recovery takes so much energy out of you. Yeah, phenomenal save there. It's Marta Garcia here.
She was very powerful in her opening attempt.
And good clean also, very strong pull.
Just like you mentioned on the last one, Max, a lot of power, but drives the bar high, but the feet just not quite in the right place.
Yeah, you know, she just pushed herself back behind that bar as well.
She made 86 kilos in training this year, so this is certainly within her capabilities. 4 athletes still yet to open. Jiyu Hong from Taipei, Kansu Bektas, the bronze medalist in the snatch. Rosina, the silver medalist in the snatch, and then, of course, Saruamon, the gold medalist, with by far the strongest clean and jerk of the bunch.
Yeah, we've got five athletes here fighting for medals in the clean and jerk for sure.
Kansu Bektas just hit a very comfortable 75 kilos in the back room. She has 88 kilos written in. It's going to be a great battle between her and Rosina from Madagascar. You know, Rosina is 2 kilos up in the snatch. Kansu Bektas has put in for 3 kilos more in the clean and jerk. Of course, that'll give her the 1 kilo lead. And then she may well just try and stick with that pattern, 3 kilos up on whatever Rosina does, just to try and maintain the lead over her.
Yeah, there's really going to be potentially a lot of strategy here, a lot of gamesmanship with these attempts to get a medal because athletes are so close together, like you said.
Saruamon just powered 75 in the back room, which seems in keeping with the Thai 45s.
All right, here she is. Got to wake the legs up. That recovery on the clean is not the easiest for her.
No.
You know, watch that. She racks the bar well, gets a good rebound. She'll pass through that sticking point pretty easily, but anything more than that becomes much more challenging. great clean.
Much better.
She's got to drive it behind her head.
She's got all the power in the world.
Yeah, what a way to do it.
On that one, she just drove it higher.
Yeah, exactly.
Less of a reliance on the technique of the split. She threw it to arm's length.
Yep. Put everything she had in there and then just pushed her head through at the last second.
So very strong. So there's a bit of a power battle in the back room right now. Both the Thai athlete and the Madagascar athlete power cleaning 75 kilos. That is, for those who are unaware, catching the barbell with the hips above the knees, so not having to squat the whole way down. Much more difficult variation. So here comes Jiu Hong. She snatched well with 69 kilos, missed a third attempt at 71. 85 now, getting closer and closer to that double bodyweight mark.
A strong pull.
A little tougher in the recovery. Wow.
Yeah, and there's the squat jerk. The unfortunate aspect of that, she was forward on her toes in the bottom of that squat, and that just makes it, you know, almost impossible to recover from, because your weight is distributed evenly on both feet, and you can't really move forward or backward if your body weight's not perfectly balanced.
Right.
You know, we've seen so many exceptional lifters that do squat jerks. You know, we know it's a viable option, but it is just so much more precarious. So if you're off by a tiny bit, that margin for error is so small with a squat jerk.
And did you see her lower back just sort of started to give out, just like it did in that third attempt snatch?
Yeah.
It's like she had some tension under the bar for a while as she was squatting down, and then she just lost it. And like you said, she was on her toes and the bar went out in front.
Well, she's got 85. She doesn't have a 1 minute clock. Did someone steal? Yeah. Sakara might have stolen that clock from her.
Yeah, someone did.
Yeah. This is unfortunate. You know, again, also, you're doing 2 squats basically for every lift.
She's
so
got 20 seconds. Is she?
They must have changed the attempt, or they're waiting to change it, because she's got about 10 seconds left here. Otherwise, she's going to time out. This could also just be an error in the clock.
It could
That's
be.
Generally the case sometimes. We see the athlete not really making any effort to go out there. He had stopped at 2 seconds.
Yeah, there we go. So the weight will change, presumably to 86. Give her a bit of a rest. It will bring out Ramirez from Mexico. He made a very nice opening attempt at 83. No, it still says 80. Oh, it's 85. Of course, it's for.
Yes, okay, they gave it to her. Yeah. I'm guessing there was an error with the clock, because she's got a 1 minute clock now. She's looking like she's going to get out there and take the lift.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, not a big deal. Maybe benefited her a little more even.
On ZU, 85 kilos, second attempt.
So the pull was nice, stand a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
And then she's just got to be perfect in this squat jerk.
Yeah, there's just no room for error on it.
Lovely pull again. Easier stand.
Yeah, better clean.
That she actually gave out earlier on in the squat jerk there.
Yeah, you know, you can tell basically if you're not locked out high up, you know, when you receive that weight on arms that are not locked out, there's no way you're going to get under it fast enough to actually secure it. And, you know, she probably could sense that as she drove it, went to receive it, just wasn't locked as she started to descend and had to bail. Let's see if we get the replay here.
And to change.
You know, just like in the split jerk, you've got to have fast arms. You've got to lock out really quickly. It's not forgiving. Yeah, you can see that right arm didn't even lock, maybe buckled there. Well, now she's in a very tough spot. Missed the first two. Neither one of particularly great attempts at the jerk. 85 kilos. Could 85? Well, no, this 85 really wouldn't do much for a medal. Wow, we see a pretty
massive
big increase there for
Rosina to
Rosina.
95. Wow.
She's here for, she's out for blood here.
I think Cansu Bektas probably thought that she had a shot at staying ahead of Rosina, but suddenly that bump up to 95 is massive.
Yeah.
And Cansu Bektas is now having to open within 2 kilos of her best. Maybe she wouldn't have done that if she'd have known that she wasn't really in the fight for the silver anymore.
She does look to be in good shape, though. She snatched all three, and that third one was very good.
Gosh, Saromon might have a bit of a battle on her hands here.
Yeah, a bit unexpected for sure. Until then, though, here's Ramirez.
86 kilos. 83 was very nice. She has a great lockout, smooth pull, great turnover. It's more likely the stand that's going to cause us some issues here.
Yeah. Oh, better clean, too. The recovery wasn't that bad.
Wow.
Just all around a great lift, and she's still got one more.
Yeah, she can definitely jump another 3 kilos to 89.
You know, that lift actually could put her in medal contention in the clean and jerk here.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
She's the first to make 86.
She'd need things to work out well for her.
Yes,
She needs people to miss third attempts.
But it's definitely a comfortable position to be in.
It's a good place, yeah, it's good.
She's got one more as well.
She's going to want 89.
Yeah, most likely.
Especially if Kansu makes 88, she's going to want 89 to move into the lead there, and then that might give her a better chance at getting the bronze. But she's going to have things go her way to do that. She missed 85 twice on the squat jerk. Made the clean a bit better on her second attempt, but the squat jerk looked worse.
Yeah, the arms just were not fast enough to lock out. This is really a do or die here.
Yeah. She needs this to get a total. It's a nice clean. The stand's a little tough. Oh, she's on the toes. She's going to let it go.
You know, the arms were perfect there. She really locked out well, but that weight just drifted forward.
Gosh, I tell you what, I've seen Team Doctors move quicker.
He was probably just passing out there.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
She gets a round of applause from the crowd, as is standard practice in weightlifting. But unfortunately, she gets no total there. So Zhu Hong walks away with a 69 kilo snatch, and unfortunately, that is all. So here she comes, Cansu Bektas. 90 kilos is her best. She is the reigning European champ.
Yeah, this is a smart attempt here. 87 should be the first to make it. Puts her in a good position for her next two. Builds that total as well. All right.
This is massive. This is an absolute guarantee of a medal.
Yeah.
No questions. Where she ends up, we don't know. The other two athletes have got much bigger clean and jerk openers. So this may well just be her lift to solidify that bronze medal. Although that clean's got a lot in the tank.
Oh, yeah. So much speed, so much precision, too.
Just a short step She just moves through. She's very happy with that one.
Yeah. Well, now she can really,
Brilliant stuff.
you know, be in the driver's seat
Yeah.
here for what she wants to take on her next. We've got two lifters that are probably going to be trying to capture a medal here in the clean and jerk. They won't have a shot in the total, but Divisakara here is going to take, well, she's got 87 down. I would be surprised if she takes this. It doesn't go for the 88 to try and hopefully squeeze a medal in the clean and jerk. But she's taking 87.
So Surumon from Thailand, the front runner, just cleaned 93 kilos in the back room. She might have jerked it as well, but the clean apparently very easy. Team Thailand, apparently lots of joking on the back room, whereas the Madagascar team, very focused, very much on a mission to try and win this. So two different styles of keeping the athlete, you know, relaxed and focused.
Yeah.
Not all athletes are the same. Now this is remarkable. A 4-kilo jump from what was an extremely heavy-looking second attempt. She missed 80 twice in the back room. Here's 87.
Yeah, and that's a
How did she
no
do
lift.
it? I mean,
seemingly just an odd attempt as well to take.
it doesn't seem to hurt her though. I mean, these are attempts that
She's
she's
grabbing
holding her back
there.
there. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I spoke too soon.
Yeah, possibly. Although it doesn't look like it was anything major.
No, she's fine. Okay, Bektas, second attempt. Realistically, she's not going to take this at 88. She'll go up to 90. Bring out Ramirez, maybe? Oh, no, she'll be out, yeah.
Ramirez drops to 90.
Yeah.
Trying for, on a third attempt, to basically hopefully make herself a clean and jerk medal if she's successful. But she'd still be 2 attempts behind. Bektas has 2 more lifts.
Bektas just so strong in the snatch that Ramirez just can't get anywhere near. She only made 63.
Yeah.
So here she comes, 90. This is going to equal her personal best.
Yeah.
And it will give her a personal best in the total as well for a 10th international. It's a little forward, but she's up. Wow,
Oh,
not enough space to
Yeah.
run it out.
right into the jerk there. Was a little bit off timing wise. This is not a great position for her to be in though, because her competitor here could bump from 90 to 91 after her.
It wouldn't
name is
matter in the
called.
total. She's
No, but
too
in
far
the
ahead.
clean and jerk,
In
I
the
think-
clean and jerk,
I
she
think-
could lose a medal.
Yeah, this is a clean and jerk fight right now
Yeah.
because the medal is secured.
But Bektas she's had a tough time of it. You know, she has made 95 kilos in the clean and jerk, but wrist, she said she's had 2 cysts and bone marrow edema,
Oh wow.
and then other minor injuries. So, you know, putting these heavy weights overhead is definitely going to be causing Bektas a little bit of a problem. And the difference in the psychology here, I mean, we just saw Ramirez just joking, you know, 10 seconds ago in the back room with her coach. Smiles, now she comes out and really switches it on. 90 kilos. She chose not to steal the clock of her competitor. She's made 91 before. Slow pull.
Wow.
And she's
Great
up.
clean though.
A lot of support in the crowd. Oh, just can't.
Wasn't there.
No. You know, really got pushed out of that split jerk.
Yeah. Well, she still had a pretty good day.
Yeah.
4 for 6. You know, we hit the 86 there on her second clean and jerk.
Yeah, just missed both third attempts. At 149, she's going to place 4th. 5th, actually. 5th, of course, Marta Garcia just snatched so well. She was able
Yeah.
to take the lead over her. But she doesn't look too disappointed about it. Lots
Pretty
of
good
smiles.
showing. So Bektas now at 90.
Yeah, these next three athletes are just battling out the medals. I mean, realistically,
Yeah, she doesn't even really need this attempt.
No.
She's going to get the bronze in the total. This won't really change anything.
The only thing that this will do is give her a new personal best in the total.
Yeah, 91.
Yeah. Okay, and now in the clean and jerk with 91.
Yeah.
90 was her best. And she's currently equaling her best ever total.
Yeah, so this is a personal lift for her.
Yeah, she's just going to have to smooth out a little bit in that clean. I think it was the stand? Was it the jump forward in the clean? I'm not sure exactly what it was that made the recovery so tough.
Yeah, I mean, her technique is so quick.
Yeah. There's not a lot of time to work out what's going on. This is over double body weight.
Yep.
200 pounds, much better clean. Surely, can she hold it? Oh, she's going to lose it.
You know, just that position overhead is a little bit precarious, but if you're off balance, it's so hard to get back under the bar.
Absolutely.
I don't know if she could have done it with, you know, a little bit more runway there, but she came close.
Good to see that the stage, can handle a bar dropping on it. We've been to competitions before where the bar has got straight through the stage.
Yeah, we've
European
seen
Champs 2022. It was nerve-wracking for the judges, jury, even spectators, I think.
Yeah, they had to rebuild the platform in the middle.
During the competition.
So
okay, this is where things get really, really interesting.
She's dropped down to 93 after moving up to 95. I'm really curious to see what this clean and jerk looks like.
Yep, this for the lead.
Powerful clean.
Wow.
Pretty strong jerk as well. That's a solid package to take into this.
Amazingly,
we'll see how much more she has, but
yeah, in the back room, she cleaned 85, didn't even jerk it, just cleaned it and dropped it, and then just came out and made 93.
Wow. Yeah, you know, that was light enough that I don't think we're really able to see what weaknesses she might have.
Yeah.
Where she may have an issue, but she seems pretty happy too. She's got silver. Well, she's in gold position right now until Thailand makes one attempt.
Yeah, we noticed that Surumon and her team were being much more casual and jokey in the back room. And maybe she knew something that Rosina didn't know, because she made 90 kilos in the back room easily. She's got 95 loaded in the back room.
Wow.
Although Rosina's put in 100 as a temporary second attempt, which, I mean, it's a big move. It puts a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
But let's see what this looks like first. I mean, this might tell us all we need.
Yeah, Surumon is incredibly experienced and so skilled in both lifts. $95 kilos. And the best is 102, so she's well within her capabilities here.
Wow.
Yep. So flawless.
Short dip and drive, but also hits the bar well. That clean was so nice.
Yeah, you know, night and day difference between the two of these athletes.
Yeah.
You know, methodical, technically sound, just really smooth lifting compared to Rosina, who is just raw power.
Yeah. Yeah, the use of the stretch reflex, not just in standing out of the clean, but in the pull, you know, as she pulled the bar past the knee, she got that stretch in the hamstrings, and you could really see it there.
Yeah, look at that.
Really push the knees forward into a strong power position.
Textbook lifting.
Jerk was great. A little bit move over to the side, but...
So both athletes now have called for 100. They put this 100 on the bar.
Yeah, this is huge.
Unless Rosina changed and went down, she'll be taking this lift.
She's going to take it, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, that's a huge attempt. This is a big, big move, because this pushes This pushes Surman a lot.
Yeah.
We have no idea. 7-kilo jump in this class is humongous.
Right.
I don't think we've seen that before.
Last year at the World Championships, the 2 Thai lifters were battling it out. Neither of them here in this session. And the winning clean and jerk was 102 kilos. Silver medal was 100. We might see a bit of a replica of that. Oh my word.
Brutal clean.
Oh, this is just
What
unbelievable.
an incredible display of effort on that. That clean crashed on her, and it almost looked like it was over there. Not more than a few seconds later, she's fighting for her life on that jerk.
I mean, it has to be said, watching her is extremely fun.
Yeah.
She's doing things, I'm going to say this, she's doing things with the barbell I've never seen before in competition. Really,
Yeah.
I mean, she is
Yeah.
holding weights overhead in ways that I didn't think were possible. She's
Yes.
getting out of cleans that, that snatch attempt that she had where her knee almost touched the ground. Look at this.
If there's one word to summarize what she is, it's grit.
Yeah.
That clean was rough. That jerk was an absolute wrestling match. She fought with that as long as possible. Incredible. So, she's in a tough spot here.
Oh, she's had a clock stolen.
Yeah, the clock was stolen.
Wow.
That was bound to happen.
So for those who don't know, Saruamon bumped up from 100 to 101, which basically steals the 2-minute clock that Rosina had. Now she's only got 1 minute on the countdown, 50 seconds to go. That's going to be tough to come back from.
She could call for the 101, but that's not going to give her that much time. If anyone's going to come out and has the grit to do it, it's her.
Yeah, it's teams from Mali for this one.
Yep, here she is.
She's going to do it. She's going to come straight back out. 30 seconds on the clock. Get ready for this one.
Yeah. She's going to have to be a fighter, but if she's anything, that's it.
Yeah. This for the lead, a big lead as well. Oh wow, she pulls that so quick, doesn't she? But no, she didn't have it in her to get under that one.
Didn't have it. That was a monstrous attempt. 7-kilo jump to a 100-kilo clean and jerk, going for the win, but yeah.
She looks happy,
you have to be. The amount of fight she has in her, I'm excited to see where she goes.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, she walked away with a 5-kilo personal best in the snatch. Look at her go.
Yeah.
In
How
the
old
clean
is
and
she?
jerk.
Do we know?
In the clean and jerk, that was an 8-kilo personal best as well.
Huge lifts.
Yeah, we do know. Or at least we can certainly work that out pretty quickly. 1999. So she's still young.
24.
Yeah. I guess in weightlifting terms, that's not even that young anymore, but she's got years left.
Yeah, she's got plenty of time.
Now, I wasn't even sure if we were going to see I guess it's just a second attempt, isn't it? But I wasn't sure we were going to see one, considering that Saruamon has already got all 3 gold medals, but all 3 golds isn't enough. She just wants to see how big of a total she can get. 101 is enormous for a second attempt.
Yeah.
Her clean was perfect on her opener.
Smooth.
Oh, my word.
Nothing wasted.
Ridiculous. Yeah. That's a better jerk than
That's
her
a
opener.
great lift.
Yeah,
I mean, just
unbelievable.
so capable, so confident.
Wow.
She wanted to be the last one on the platform.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's going to take a third.
She might
be
decline.
surprised.
The way that she looked at the crowd and gave sort of like a fist pump, a bit of a thank you. She's hugging her coach.
I mean,
and then she's done that. I think that's it.
Fantastic way to finish. 5 for 5, first place. Absolutely, just put a clinic on for everyone else here.
Yeah, stunning stuff. I mean, that third attempt, she's in a league of her own, really.
Yeah.
She was pushed in the snatch, no doubt. Rosina really made this a very fun competition. But that clean and jerk, she's just far too strong. Rosina wasn't able to keep up. valiant attempts with 100 kilos. But the gold medal, therefore, is going to go to Saruamon from Thailand. 78.101. She has declined her third attempt. 179 kilos for the gold. The silver medal to Rosina from Madagascar. 77 in the snatch. Brilliant snatching. 93 opener on her clean and jerk. A 170 total. Then the bronze. Anything you need to add to that? C's, the 49 B's. Kilo D session.
Very good weightlifting.
Oh yeah, that was brilliant. We're going to be back tomorrow. Of course, we've got all of the, well, we've got 5 sessions tomorrow. We've actually got a session after this. If you want to stick around, we've got the men's 61 kilo D session. That kicks off in 25 minutes. But tomorrow we have the men's 61 C's, the 49 B's, and then, of course, we have 2 A sessions. The women's 49 kilo A's, they're on at 4:30. That is the local time. And the men's 55s is also at the local time. So we've got the ceremony coming on in, I think, a few minutes time. Probably we'll stick around for that. Not a lot of made third attempt. We see these athletes get their true sort of moment in front of everyone, get these medals around their necks. Not a lot of made third attempts there, Max.
Yeah, that was a tough session. Snatching was a bit rough there at the end. We only saw a few athletes go 3 for 3. All 3 of them were on the podium, or will be on the podium here, and then very few third clean and jerks made.
So something we can take a quick look at is some of the athletes that we have competing over the coming days. As I mentioned, tomorrow we've got the women's 49 A's and the men's 55 A's. We take a look at that 49 kilo category. Max, that 49 kilo category, it's very stacked.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a big session. It's loaded. We've got a lot of good lifters there.
Yeah, we have 2 49s from China, 2 49s from the USA. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. I think realistically, we're probably looking at a China gold medal, but I mean, you just never know.
You know, we saw last year in the 49s, I believe every single athlete had entered a 200 kilo entry total.
That's right. It was between 200 and 205.
Maybe only 2 or 3, maybe only 2 got over.
I think it was 1.
Yeah, 1 got over 200. But here, I think we actually have the potential to see several athletes break that 200 mark.
Yeah.
Which is just incredible.
Yeah, I think Hu Jihui and Zhang Huihua, they've put in 210. Obviously, Zhang Huihua is the and I mean, let's not miss Mihaela Cambe from Romania. She's the European champion. She hit the European senior record in the snatch recently at 92 kilos, and we've been watching her in training over the last few days. Very, very strong.
She looks great in training. You know, watching her in training, she looks a little bit more refined. Her technique's improved a bit, and she's, I mean, certainly very, very strong. She got the 205 entry total there going into it, so that could be an interesting battle there.
After that's probably closer to your heart than most because it comes from the US. Absolutely.
Hu versus Cambe would be, you know, I think pretty exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Then Max, a battle that's probably closer to your heart than most because it comes from the USA.
Yeah.
Haley Reichardt versus Jordan De La Cruz. They put in 204 and 205 kilos respectively.
Yeah, well, they're going to be battling it out to see who's going to be on the Olympic team.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a few more competitions where one could pass the other, but we had this back and forth. Reichardt ahead.
Yeah.
Then De La Cruz passed her in Cuba.
Yeah.
And so now you have a scenario where you know, De La Cruz in the front.
Yeah.
Reichardt's got to be the underdog here.
198 versus 197. I mean, it's neck and neck. Like you said, there's more competitions to come, but they're running out. You know, there's not as many opportunities now. We've got this one, and then I think there are 3 other opportunities for these athletes. They've got the Grand Prix in was it the World Cup? They've got a competition in Qatar, in Doha, in December. They've of course got the Pan Ams.
Yep.
I believe are either February or March next year, very early, because then they've got the final competition in April, which everybody who wants to go to the Olympics has to go to, so they'll be there as well.
Yeah.
A lot of these athletes will be battling it out until the dying moments, really.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting next few months here, really, between now and April. What happens as far as, you know, who brings what they can to the competition. That Grand Prix in Thailand could be it could be a wild meet,
Absolutely.
a wild competition.
Yeah, we're going to see athletes. Well, you know, there will be some athletes who are pretty set. You know, you look at somebody like Mihaela Kambe, who we're going to see tomorrow in the 49s, for example. She's going to be in the top 10. She's not really going to be in danger of somebody overtaking her or the US. Imperial.
Now you're going to have to take attempts that are just absolutely at
Lifting is changing the
limit.
And we've mentioned this before, but the qualifying procedure for this competition is changing it's sort of changing the fabric of the sport. It's making competition a little bit different to how it used to be.
Yeah.
No longer are people competing just for the competition they're in. They're competing for this broader game of weightlifting.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
Olympic slot.
You know, it was different, you know, several quads ago for a long time, the system was always such that athletes were qualifying for teams. So you had teams going to these competitions, scoring points at Worlds and Pan Ams and Continental Championships like that. Then the team would be selected by the governing body, and then they switched to the individual system. So athletes are qualifying themselves under their team's banner, but you know, that's really changed with the Roby system, and then now this new system. You just have a very different dynamic to the competitions because of it.
Absolutely. And am I right in saying, I think I am, there's only 3 medalists. Of course there are only 3 medals, but often you have multiple medalists between the snatch, clean, jerk, and total, but we just had 3, you know, runaway athletes here, really. And it's 3 bronzes, 3 silvers and 3 golds.
Yeah.
No one's getting a mixture of medals here. We could do this in one go. We could just speed this up if they wanted. Just hand over the 3 bronzes now.
There we go.
Representing Madagascar.
And with every international competition, there's always a bit of a gift that the athletes get that's sort of more specific to the country.
Yes.
I can't remember what it was last year in Colombia. Was it something just that made no sense? It wasn't like a fluffy elephant or something?
Yeah, it was a stuffed animal.
Yeah.
Weightlifting a weight. Well,
but was it in
Houston in 2015, I believe it was a cowboy hat and a bolo tie.
I thought it was Mickey Mouse, or maybe that was 2015. That was 2017.
2017, yeah.
A cowboy hat, that's great. I mean, if you're going to have a World Championships in Houston and you're not given a cowboy hat, you know.
Well, who doesn't?
They missed a trick there.
Representing Thailand.
Okay, here's Sriramon collecting her medal for her snatch. 77 or 78 kilos she made. Enormous lift there. That's a gold medal. And we'll get to hear the first national anthem of the competition in a few minutes' time, once all of the medals have been handed out.
You'll notice a little bit of change of the rules here. Athletes no longer bring the flag of their country onto the podium.
Right.
Yeah.
Presumably that changed.
You're not 100% sure why it was changed, but
I was going to say maybe because of what happened to the European champs, but that was at the opening ceremony that there was the flag burning.
Yeah.
I don't imagine that has anything to do with this.
But I've seen as well, I've heard of other sports doing that.
Oh, really?
Potentially just an aesthetic thing as well.
Yeah. But there's a second bronze medal. Getting a bit of deja vu with this one. So tomorrow also we have the men's 55 kilo A session. A lot of great lifters there. Lagia Tan from Vietnam has, I think, the joint heaviest entry total of 268, along with his teammate Mo Sundin, 268 also. We should have the home favourite, Mansour Al-Salim, who must be the oldest athlete on the field. 1988, yep, he is. He'll be 35 years old at this competition. He's been in 260 kilos. So 2 great A sessions tomorrow. And once again, collecting another gold medal, Sriramon. It's not an easy name to say, Sriramon.
Yeah,
but we've handled it reasonably well.
These are the medalists in the clean and jerk. Thank you.
So apparently, that that medal there, we're fact-checking it, but the Madagascan coach said that that is the first medal that Madagascar has got in any type of sport. It must mean at a world's level, because she has won several African championships.
Yeah, I could believe that.
But at a world level, yeah, that's pretty amazing. I guess that's why she was so incredibly happy.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
really
an amazing moment, very special.
Yeah, very much. I think we've seen a few events. I think at the Europeans, we saw the first Irish lifter win a medal.
In weightlifting, yeah, in a long time.
Yeah, in a very long
Maybe ever
time.
at Worlds, yeah. There we go, another silver medal for Rosina. Huge personal best from her today. I mean, 5 kilo personal best in the snatch, 8 kilos in the clean and jerk. Unbelievable.
Yeah, she's over the moon there.
Yeah, she's going to be, you know, she's a multiple-time African champ. She's going to win this for years to come. But here we go. This is our 45 kilo world champion, Saruamon from Thailand. Absolutely dominant. 78 kilos in the snatch. That equaled her personal best in the snatch. 101 in the clean and jerk. She passed on her third attempt. She didn't need it. All new gold medals. Just incredible stuff. And we now, of course, have the medal ceremony. Very emotional moment for Saruamon as she gets to stand atop the podium once more. Wonderful stuff. So that is the end of this women's 45 kilo A session. As we mentioned, we'll be back with more A sessions tomorrow. We have the men's 55 and the women's 49s, but there is still a session after this. It is the, I think it's the 59 kilo D session. So stick around for that. Thanks again for tuning in, and we will catch you all tomorrow.
Как наш